Well, good morning to you, good morning. It's Wednesday, 7th of June. June, flaming June, yeah, 2023. I take notice of what sort of videos on YouTube get a lot of views. One of the subjects that... It's all right. I thought I'd clean the car. That's why I'm in the car. I might clean it. I might not. One of the subjects that get lots of views are people that show their everyday carry. And the idea is you find a table with sufficient space and you take everything out of your pockets, and they all seem to have a snub-nosed Smith & Wesson 38 and a Leatherman and what do they call that, a K-bar or something, and they explain why they carry this and why they prefer the Glock to the Walther, and yeah, you know where some of these folk go. So I thought I would, in my efforts to tidy up the car, I thought I would just show you the everyday carry for a chap who takes an old lady to church every Sunday. So, bonk. Right. Emergency ponchos, 2 of. I've never needed them. I've had those in a car now for, best part of 20 years. Very, very useful. Mon Catechisme Illustré. Yeah, very, very useful. This is something that I picked up at the Brocante, and it helps me with the French versions of things. Yeah, very useful. If you get stuck in a major traffic jam, you can whip it out and you can read it. Now, on the right are my everyday carry. I was given this by the sisters at the Abbey. They thought I would want it. It's a missal. You'll see Roman Catholics on their way to church will be clutching one of these, and it gives you, besides some pretty pictures, it gives you the readings for the day and the order of the service, and it gives it to you in English and in Latin next to each other. The sisters thought I might need that. I think they was probably hoping that I wouldn't bother carrying that anymore, the old Anglican Book of Common Prayer. What have we got here? I forgot I'd got these. Yeah, incredibly useful. Actually, I've got a strong feeling it's a legal requirement in France that you carry a kit of spare bulbs. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that was in the car when I got it. It's made in China. Now, my passenger, this is actually her one day a week carry, although this week it's 2 days. Now, the sisters at the Abbey gave her this this missal in English and French. Oh dear, brain's not functioning so well this morning. In Latin and French. So we can see that we've got the French alongside the Latin, and these books have ribbons in them. So the idea is, when you first arrive in church, you sit down and you look up what day of the year it is and what the service is going to be, and you put your ribbons in the right places so that you can open and follow the service. I probably shouldn't say this, but I actually find following the service in a book a bit of a distraction. Yeah, I shouldn't say that because, yeah, a lot of hardline, strict, traditional Catholics will follow this absolutely, and they understand which page to open it at. Now, my passenger is 80, and she gave up driving only this year because, well, you know, she has the odd little problem with her eyes. So instead of using this missal, which was given to her by the sisters and was published, I have seen a date in here somewhere. This one was published in 1953. I know that, I've looked it up. Instead of using that one, the sisters searched around and found her another one with bigger print. Again, French, Latin, and yeah, an interesting little missal. Parisienne Romaine, and it tells us that this was authorised for use by a bishop the 10th of August 1877, and it was printed roughly then. Oh, look at that. A table for mobile phones. No. And Tableau des Fêtes Mobile gives you all the dates of all of the important events in 1881, 1882. What do you mean we're living in the past? But I just thought that was rather lovely. They found one with bigger print for her. I suppose really I ought to find something good to read. Let's see if we can find something in both French and Latin. This sort of interests me a little bit. Here we are. Ask God for the graces which are necessary. Mon Dieu, vous connaissez ma faiblesse. French, my God, you know my weaknesses. Ne me la refusez pas. Don't refuse me, God. Give me according to my needs. Give me the strength to avoid all of the evil. Yeah, right. But then straight away on the same page, we're straight into Latin. And I suspect many of you would recognise that. Pater Noster, qui es in caelis, I struggle with Latin at times, in caelis sanctificetur nomen tuum. Our Father, who is in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Adveniat regnum tuum, thy kingdom come. Fiat voluntas tua, thy will be done. Sicut in cielo et in terra. on earth as it is in heaven. Panem nostrum quotidianum de nobis hodie. Give us this day our daily bread. Yeah. And forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And ne nos inducas in tentationem. Well, we might say, do not lead us into temptation, or we might say, do not let us fall into temptation. Sed libera nos a malo, but deliver us from evil. And the Latin word for amen is amen. So there we are. That is my everyday carry in the car. Very, very useful stuff. If you have a passenger that you take to church every Sunday who announced that she would leave her bits there so that she doesn't have to go scurrying around looking for them on a Sunday morning. Yeah, what else have we got in the car? Oh, ho, 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 ho. We'll leave that for another day, I think. Right, I came into the car to tidy it up